In this video, we'll be hunting a box of nickels. We'll be looking for anything older than 1960, including Silver War nickels, buffaloes, or anything older. We'll also be looking for any foreigns, proofs, Arizona varieties, or any other odd things we can find. This box doesn't have any enders, so we'll have to look for some good finds in the rolls. So let's start the hunt, and I'll bring you in when we have our first find. Just opened the first roll, and we might start the box out on a high note because that edge looks like it could be a Silver War nickel. Hopefully it is. And it is. Amazing way to start the box. It's a 1943 out of Philly. That is an awesome find to start the box. 35% Silver War nickel. Hopefully the box can continue to be this good. Just laid down roll one, and we have another find just by the edge. It's the first foreign of the box. It's a modern Canadian nickel, and it is from 2011. Still on the first roll, and we have our third find already. This one is a 1948 out of Philly. Roll number 3, and we have our first nickel from the 50s, and it is a 1957 Denver. Next roll, another nickel from the 40s, and this one is 1946, minted in Philly. Roll 5, another nickel from the 50s. This one is a 1958 Denver. Just opened roll 8, and it looks like we're going to have the second Canadian nickel of the box right here. And we do, and this one is a 1993. Roll 12, and we have another nickel from the 50s. This one is a 1959 Denver. Roll 15, a couple more nickels from the 50s, and these ones are a 1956 Philly and another 1959 Denver. Next roll, and I knew the ender looked old, and it did turn out to be from the 50s, and it was a reverse-facing 1952 from Denver. Just opened roll 17, and we're already going to have a third Canadian in the box, right here in the back of the roll. This one is a 1986. Roll 19 actually had quite a few finds, including an ender I actually missed. This was an obverse-facing ender that I didn't notice. A 1941 out of Denver, and then we got a few 50s nickels as well. A 1956 from Philly, and two 1958s, both from Denver. And to top it off, that roll also had a low mintage 2009 Denver. That was an awesome roll. Just opened roll 21, and we're already going to have the fourth Canadian of the box. It's right in the middle of the roll. And this one is a 1992 commemorative, and while I have you here, we had this pretty worn Denver minted ender. Hopefully it's an older one. And it is a 1957 Denver ender. Roll 23, another find from the 40s, and this one is a 1949 Denver. Roll 25, halfway point of the box, and we have a few more finds. First, we have our oldest Jefferson of the hunt so far, 1940 from Denver, as well as our first San Francisco minted older Jefferson, a 1954S, as well as our second 2009 of the box. Roll 27 actually had a semi-key date. This one's one I've found very few of, a 1955 out of Philly. That is an awesome find. Roll 30, and we have yet another 1958 from Denver. Next roll, and this time we have another 1957 from Denver. Roll 33, and it's pretty beat up, but we have another 1957 Denver. Just open the next roll, and we have Canadian number 5 of the box, one away from being an ender. This one's from 1997. Just opened roll 36, and we're going to have yet another Canadian. This will be number 6 of the box. It's right here. This one is a 1987, and while I have you here, I already saw the date, so might as well pull it out. It's a 1959 from Denver. Next roll, and we've gotten a couple more nickels that we've already seen a lot of. A 1958 and a 1959, both from Denver. Roll 39, yet another nickel we've gotten a lot of already, 1957 Denver. Next roll, and this time we have two 1958 Denvers. Roll 43, this time we have a nickel from the 40s. This one is a 1941 from Philly. Roll 46, another older Jefferson. This one is 1952 from Philly. Just open the next roll, and we're going to have yet another Canadian. This is going to be the 7th of the box. This might be the most I've ever gotten in one box. This one is a 1984. Same roll as that Canadian, and we have another find from the 50s. This one is 1953 from Denver. Just opened roll 49, and we have yet another Canadian. This will be number 8 of the box. Probably the most I've ever gotten in a box. I haven't really been keeping track. But this one is a 1998. Same roll, and we have a couple of older Jeffersons. First one is a 1941 from Philly, and also a 1957 from Denver. Nickel box has been hunted, so let's go over the finds. We ended up with 12 estimates, a whopping 8 foreigns, all Canadian. Probably my most I've ever gotten in a box, ranging from 1984 through 2011. And then 3 2009s, which is also more than I have been getting lately. 2 Ds and 1 P. Older Jeffersons, we did pretty good. A lot from the 40s and a lot from the 50s, mostly 1957 through 1959 Denvers. But we did get that one, 1955 Philly semi-key date, which was an awesome find. None from the 30s, but that's all right. We did get that one silver war nickel out of the first roll. Definitely the best find of the box. 1943 P. I was hoping that since it was in the first roll, the box would have been better, but still, any box with silver is definitely a good box.